What's up, everybody? Please like, share, and subscribe if you have not. It's very important. One of my kids asked me a question that kind of spurred on the inspiration behind this video because I feel it's important for people to understand, how I got into this situation and how I was able to locate all this fraud and essentially expose Purdue, Brandon, Felder, Collins, and Mott. First thing you have to understand is I lived in this area for the better, for 37 years now, or a little over that, probably 30, maybe 39 years when I first moved to Deltona. And Altamont before that. So I've lived in this area my entire life. I'm 45 years old now. High school, like I just, barely paid attention. And at 25 years old, I think I made my first $1 million in a year, with just about all my childhood friends and acquaintances at some point working for me. Just most all of them. Not every last one, but just about, it seemed like, at some point in my 20s and then again in my 30s when I had other businesses, and I just basically allowed me to live a very unique lifestyle, because I had a lot of time on my hands to study and to do whatever it is that I felt like doing. And unfortunately that creates, people, they have a perception of what a person's life might be like. And the perception was a rock star lifestyle with me. And to a certain extent, maybe it was, but people couldn't see my internal struggles, what I might've been struggling with on the inside. And I didn't make it people's business. I'm not a complainer, so whatever pain or difficulties I've had throughout my life, I've never pushed it on other people. I always deal with my own stuff within myself. Having kids at a very young age, I think you learn to do that, because you got to protect your kids. And I've been through a lot my entire life. So it's made me strong. It's made me who I am. In 2004, my ex-wife, now I'm going to highlight my ex-wife because she's by far and away the worst. Okay. But over the years, having the lifestyle that I've had and the people's perception of me, be it what they were, it created malice and jealousy and hatred that, really unjustified. But it just did. When you have 30 or 40 people, 30 or 40 of your childhood friends working for you, it just created problems, over the years. But Jackie, my ex-wife, is head and shoulders the number one hater in the world. All right. I left this woman in 2004, and one of the driving forces behind it when I left her was, I went out to eat she was happening a couple times, but one that stands out in my head, we were living in Springview in DeBerry. I went out to eat with Jason Murphy. He'll attest to this. Went out to him. He was working at Outback. I think he still is. Back then, in 04, and we go to Outback to have a meal, and basically she telling me I need to be home right then. My dirt bike's on the front lawn, which it was when I got there, and she's hanging nooses from the garage door hanger, not to hang herself, I don't believe, but just in an effort to manipulate. The woman is a micromanaging control freak. That's just what she is. Not long after that, I left her. I signed her a divorce. I gave her everything. 11 years later, I gave her everything she wanted in divorce. 11 years later, in 2015, she takes me back to court for more money. I wasn't making that. I didn't have work at that time, and she lost the child support that she was given, and that really pissed her off. Her and her husband, Matt, at the time, who's now divorced, of course, which I told my family 2 years before they got divorced that they were going to be divorced. And they're like, how did you know? And it's like, because I know my ex-wife. All right. I knew she had an obsession with me for so long. I honestly didn't know the extent of it, until 2021. And I contact her. Well, in 2000, let me reverse a little bit, because in 2019, Jackie bought an extravagant Volusia County home in Port Orange. I think it was a $750,000 home. And Jacqueline is about presentation. She's an actress. It's all about, there's no depth inside. It's all presentation. That's just what she is, and something that I've always been disgusted with about her. She's very fake. So she started brushing shoulders with elite members of the Volusia County community, and putting my name out there. And that's how I got rolled into this. When my license got unlawfully suspended, and then they put a crew of corrupt cops on me. I'm not going to say names at this point. It's not important. Federal lawsuits are going to be served soon, the papers. But she instigated all this, which obviously led to her divorce with her husband, Matthew. Which he was just as involved with her. He was in a very difficult situation, because there's this woman obsessed with her husband, or her kid's father, that we broke up 20 years ago, and he's been in love with her for all these years, and she has this sick, weirdo obsession with me. In 2018 or 17, the year after, 19, my bad, 2019, the same year, I ran into Jackie at my sister's wedding, and Jackie's you know, she has 2 drinks and she's a loose cannon. And she's literally told me, and I was dating a girl at that time. She told me she loves me 100 times, all sloppy drunk. And it was just embarrassing. And just, the woman is a disgrace. I mean, straight up. I said this a million times, like, you know, you can only lie so much. I mean, eventually it's going to catch up with you. The truth, you know, that's why I'm a very honest and real person. People might not like what they see or with me, but it's real, it's raw, and it's just what it is. And if you don't like it, oh well. You know, Jackie's the opposite. She's fake, she's presentation, and everybody loves Jackie because she's fake as shit. You know what I mean? Until you actually get to know the real Jackie, which very few people actually do. You know, so either way, that's how this all came. That's how this came about. That's why I've, you know, understand as well, living in this area for 37 years or more than that. I know what goes on here. I know this is ran by a criminal enterprise. I've known that for at least 10 years. You know, I just chose not to do anything about it because it's not my fight. It's like, you know, I don't get into a fight unless somebody punches me in the face first. You know, it's like, I'll walk the other direction. I'm a peaceful person. I was until all this happened. So anyhow, I just want to put that out there real quick. I'm trying to make a video a day. It is very, very important. Please like, share, and subscribe and share this message. These people are going down. Believe that. It's just a matter of how long it takes. Even they know it at this point. Of course, they'll lie to the people, their subordinates, because that's how a chain of command works. No matter if the whole country's falling apart, the president's never going to say that, and that's the same principles apply. So being in business as much as I have throughout my life, I understand, you know, a chain of command. So that's just what it is. Like, share, and subscribe. Share this video. Do not be scared of these people. They're nothing to be scared of, all right? Honestly. So that's what it is. All right. Much love. Bye-bye.